It's that time of year again. Hi, everybody. It's almost graduation. Believe it or not, I actually start to miss little Upland, Indiana. It's the time of year when I put this robe on, or used to, when we put this cap on, march around the football field. We used to have graduation ceremony outside. We'd sit in folding chairs and they'd slowly sink down into the rain-soaked turf. Take this cap off, put this cap on, get ready for the ceremony. Put these little earphones in to help me hear the speaker. And then sit back, relax, and watch my students as they take the 30 paces. The 30 paces. You know, it's about 30 paces as you walk across the graduation stage to get your diploma. It's interesting, isn't it? It takes a whole day, pretty much, to do the graduation. Some people spend a whole weekend getting ready for it. People travel from long distances, spend lots of money, take millions of pictures, but it all boils down to the 30 paces. So what do they represent anyway? That's what I've been thinking about. The 30 paces. And you know, I did some calculations. You walked a lot of miles across campus during your for some of you, 5 years. I mean, you know, you went from the dorm to the dining common, from the dining common to class, from class to chapel, back to class, back to the dining common, back to your dorm. According to my calculations, that was something like 30,000 paces. Think of it. 30,000 paces, 30 paces. Each pace that you'll take across the stage represents about 1,000 paces that you had to put in order to earn your degree. Now, there's more. Check this out. Before you could walk, your grandparents and your parents carried you around. And then they nurtured and encouraged you to begin to crawl, to pull yourself up, to take baby steps, to walk, begin to run. There was a lot invested in you over the course of 18 years, many paces by many people. And according to my calculations, about 300,000 paces that you took that got you to the place where you were at so that you could begin college. Think about it. 300,000 paces, 30 paces. Each of the paces that you'll take across the stage represents something like 10,000 paces that you and your family put in order to prepare you for today. Now, there's more. You know that you attend a university that was established in 1846 by the Methodists. And they worked hard in order to build an institution to train teachers and ministers and others. And before the Methodists, the Puritans and the Pilgrims traveled for miles. They were a people with a mission. They built this country. They built great educational institutions. Taylor University is one of them. According to my calculations, about 3 million paces is what it takes to build a people, to build a nation, and to help build these great institutions like Taylor. Think of it. 3 million paces, 30 paces. Each pace you'll take across the stage represents about 300,000 paces of your forebears that they did in order to build this nation and this institution to bring you to the place where you're at today. Finally, the 30 paces represent Christ's call to take up your cross and follow him. Each pace you take should remind you of the call to follow Christ. Many of your fellow graduates will be going on to illustrious careers, making lots of money. But those of us who prepare for ministry, trying to figure out how to pay our college loans, and the promise of the salary is not too great. But as with your fellow students, there's the call of Christ to follow him. So each pace represents that. So each pace that you take on graduation day represents 30,000 paces across campus, 300,000 paces to prepare you to get to campus, and the 3 million paces that it took to build this nation and the institution to bring you where you're at today. And then finally, the call of Christ. I hope you'll remember this as you walk across the stage and take your 30 paces. And I also hope that you don't trip and fall, and that would be kind of embarrassing. One of my favorite passages of Scripture is one that I'll be thinking of and praying for you. Even though I won't be with you at graduation, I'll be with you in spirit. It comes from Philippians, the 1st chapter. Paul says, I thank my God in my every remembrance of you, verse 3, and in every prayer with joy, because of your partnership in the gospel from this day, from the first day rather, until now. And I am very sure of this, he says, that he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion at the day of Jesus Christ. So this is my prayer. I hope you'll have a wonderful time. Remember, I'll be thinking of you. And the last thing I have to mention is that some people say, since I came to Los Angeles, that I've gone Hollywood. I don't know what they're thinking. But let me ask you a question. If you had a choice, would you rather go Hollywood or Hoosier? This is what I'm saying. Yo, babe, have a great time on graduation day. Go on with your bad self. Goodbye.